Hello, in this video, I will explain to you on how to solve this problem. Number 18, the ammeter shown in figure P18.17 reads 2 ampere. Find I1, I2, and E. Okay, so the ammeter here, which is this A here, reads 2 ampere. Okay, I will assume the direction will goes to the right. Okay, if we get it wrong, we will have the negative value, right? So it is the assumption. Now, let's name this here as I3, but then because that is also in series with this one, we will have this also I3, right? And then here for another current, this 7 ohm resistor goes to the left here, the current that passed through it, which is I1. And then for this 2 ohm, I also have I2 here. So this is in series with this current. So I will have this one here is also I2. Good. Now let's label the polarity of the resistor. I use this convention here, where the current comes from is the positive side, and where the current goes to is the negative side. And I also have it here, where the current comes from is the positive side, and where the current goes to is the negative side. And the same for this one. So this one will be plus and this one will be minus. Good. Now what can we do is we do the junction rule at this point here, point A. Okay, let's do the junction rule, the Kirchhoff junction rule at A. Okay, and the junction rule said that the sum of the current that goes in will equal to the sum of the current that goes out. Okay, let's see in the point A here, there are two currents that goes in, which is I1 and I2, right? So we will have I1 and I2. So we will have I1 plus I2 is equal I1 plus I2. Okay, I think that's all the current that goes in, and the only current that goes out is I3, so I'll have I3 here. And so we will have I1 plus I2 is equal to 2. Right? Good. Now, what can we do here? Let's do another Kirchhoff rule, but this time the loop rule. Okay, here we will have this loop here. Okay, I think I1 goes here, and then goes here. So I will follow that loop here. So I will make it like this. Let's name this loop 1. Okay, so now we need to do loop rule at loop 1. Loop rule at loop 1. Okay, what does loop rule say? Loop rule said that the sum of the voltage in a loop will equal to 0. Okay, now let's start with this battery here. So this loop here is flowing from the negative terminal to positive one. So it enters from the negative terminal. We will have the negative sign. Okay, so I have minus, and the sign here will be 15. Good. Now let's move on to this 7 ohm resistor. And the loop enters from the positive terminal. So I will have plus here, and I will have 7 ohm. But remember, we need voltage. We need voltage. So to get voltage from resistance, we need to multiply it by the current. Remember that resistance times current is voltage. And the current that passes through it is I1. So I will have 7 I1. Okay, and then what else that we get? Let's see here, and the current here entering from the positive terminal of this 5 ohm resistor. So I will have plus, and then the value is 5. But then remember, this is resistance. We need to multiply it by the current. So I have I3 here. All of that will equal to 0. Okay, now let's plug the values that we know. I3 here is 2 ampere, right? Because the ammeter here is reads 2 ampere. So I will have this one here. So we'll have minus 15. Minus 15, and then plus 7 I1. And then plus 5 multiplied by 2, and that will equal to 0. Good. Now we will have minus 15 plus 7i1, and then plus 10, that will equal to 0. Minus 15 plus 10 is minus 5, so I will have 7i1 minus 5 is equal to 0, or 7i1 is equal to 5. Therefore, I1 here is 5 over 7. And the unit here will be in ampere. Good. And that is one of the values that we need to find out. This is I1 here. Good. Now let's do another loop rule, but this time at this loop here, at loop 2. So this current is going like this. So I think I will have the loop goes like this. So let's have this as loop 2. Good. Now let's clean up our slide and let's see what can we get from here. Okay, before we are doing analysis on loop 2, I think we can get I2 here from this equation. So let's plug this in. So we will have I1 here is 5 over 7. So I have 5 over 7 and then plus I2, and that will equal to 2. So we can isolate for I2 here. So we'll have I2 is equal to 2 minus 5 over 7. So I will have 14 over 7, and so we will have 9 over 7 ampere. 9 over 7 ampere, and that is the values of I2. So I2 is 9 over 7 ampere. And let's also highlight that, because that is also one of the important values that we need to find out. Okay, now let's do loop rule here, but this time at loop 2. So loop rule at loop 2. And again, the loop rule said that the sum of the voltage in a loop will equal to 0. Good, let's start from this battery here. And the loop here is entering from the negative terminal, so we will have negative sign. Okay, we will have negative sign, and then the values is E. We have it unknown. And then again, we have this resistor, and the loop entering from the positive side. So we'll have plus sign here, and the value is 2 ohm, and the current that passed through it is I2. Good, and then we will have plus this resistor here. This time we will have 5 ohm, and it enters from the positive terminal. So I will have plus, so we'll have 5. Then the current that passed through it is I3. So we will have I3 here. All of that will equal to 0. Good. Now we know I2 and we also know I3, right? So we will have minus E plus 2I2. Okay, we will have 2I2. I2 is 9 over 7. And then plus we will have 5, and I3 here is 2 ampere. Okay, so I have 2 ampere, and that will equal to 0. And so we will have 18 over 7, and then plus 10. Here, that will equal to E, or we can isolate E there. So what is EB? 18 over 7 plus 10. Okay, maybe let's just use calculator for that. 18 over 7 plus 10. Okay, so I'll have 88 over 7. Okay, 88 over 7, and the unit here will be in volt. Good, and I think that is the answer for this question. E is 88 over 7 volt, but I think it's better to write it in decimal, right? So I will have E here. That will equal to 12.57. Okay, 12.57 volt. And then I1, that will be 5 over 7. So I'll have 0.71 ampere. And then what is I2? I2 is 9/7. So I have 9 divided by 7. That will be 1.29 ampere. And I think that's all for this problem. This is the answer. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.